The concept of prisoner's dilemma was formalized and popularized by the famous mathematician Albert Tucker. It's a game, and the researchers used to investigate how a man is taking a particular decision with reference to a particular group or a cultural milieu. Imagine a situation where a crime is collectively committed by two different persons and they are arrested and kept in two different prisons and they are not allowed to communicate with each other. With a lack of evidence, the prosecution is striking three or more options. Prisoner A can confess, and if prisoner B is remaining silent, the prisoner A is allowed to go free and the prisoner B has to undergo 3 years imprisonment. Option 2. Prisoner B can confess, and if prisoner A is remaining silent, prisoner B is allowed to go free and prisoner A has to undergo 3 years imprisonment. If both are confessing, both of them should undergo 3 years imprisonment. If both are remaining silent, they have to undergo just 1 year imprisonment. The prisoner's dilemma whether to choose which particular option, and researchers in this area concluded that ultimately the human being is dependent upon the rational behavior, which is choosing the option of confessing with the latent expectation or a dormant desire of other person remaining silent. This particular concept, prisoner's dilemma, is used in economics, mathematics, and mental health. Coming to mental health, I think let's discuss about drug addiction. In drug addiction, it's a kind of a new behavior where it is entirely dependent upon two variables, something like self-control and the ability to resist the temptation. If the ability to resist the temptation is not there, it's going to be a drug consuming behavior. Man is the compilation of different selves over a period of time. The momentary self is not always in tandem with the future self. Imagine in the morning the person is not really willing to indulge in overeating, but the same individual may not be in the same pep by the fag end of the evening and he may eat excessively. Applying the prisoner's dilemma in addiction, the dilemma is to cooperate. Both the immediate self and the future self, they have to cooperate. That means they have to remain abstinent by not smoking. If both the immediate and future self, if they cooperate, the person is going to be a non-smoker. If both the immediate self and the future self are not willing to cooperate, he is going to be a smoker. The cost of benefit of not smoking is entirely dependent upon the immediate self, pleasure of not smoking. But the benefit of remaining as a non-smoker are shared across different selves over a period of time, even till the end of his life. So it's better to have a cognitive incentive in the form of I will smoke tomorrow. Not smoking for the immediate self makes it easier for the person not to smoke tomorrow, and not smoking tomorrow makes it easier for the person not to smoke the next day, and so on. There should be integration of different selves over a period of time to remain as a non-smoker. That is entirely dependent upon one's own motivations, personal associations, memories. Intervention strategies imagining future self and trying to have a kind of a tandem relationship between immediate self and the future self, it's possible to make somebody to keep away from drug seeking behavior.